this game. So with Georgia on the bench. Here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. We've got Kennard. Batuma's out there with Hartenstein. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's man in at the point. And Greg, just from the eye test, Kuminga's built like a guy who's in his late 20s.
And physically, he's got some LeBron James to him. Great natural strength, fast, explosive off the floor. When he puts his head down and goes to the bucket, he can be unstoppable.
Now here's Powell. Just 5 to shoot. 14 feet away. And he overshot that one, missing.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
MP outside. And the dunk by MP.
Proving how effective he can be in these sets. MP reads defenses well in a bigger role.
And so Powell will bring it up for Los Angeles. 6-point game.
And they rolled over this team last season, beating them every time they faced off.
Yeah, it was a completely one-sided season series, and that was no surprise to anyone. This first game between them should give us an idea if they're on a little more even ground this season.
Here's Payton, following the basket by Nicholas Batum. Puts it up. It's tipped. Here's Mann. Here's Hartenstein. That one goes in.
It would take some very special defense to stop him once he gets that close to the bucket, and they weren't special that time.
And so it's Andrew Wiggins making highlights for the Golden State Warriors. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. And this Warriors team has an interesting mix of championship vets with hungry young players and
the best on our team love to teach. The good player, they're always telling us what.
Agreed. No doubt Wiggins has been soaking up that wisdom. Greg stepping up his game in the process.
Yeah, a big culture shift coming from Minnesota. And he's blossomed under the tutelage of these Hall of Famers.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game stance-wise?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go from that quarter.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Warriors. They've got Payton. MP out there with Kuminga. Then there's Jordan Poole. And it's Porter at the 3 slot. Curry's checked in for Payton. Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Norman Powell. After a whistle, we often see players demanding their coach challenge the call. Greg, were there plays you wish you could have challenged in your career?
Oh, my goodness, absolutely. But the game was just so different back then, and we had other ways of resolving issues and letting the refs know we really didn't appreciate a call.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Klay Thompson has lost 2 prime years to a torn ACL and then a ruptured Achilles. He says so many athletes have been through this. It's just a new set of challenges. With my style of play, I feel I can be effective till my late 30s. I plan on being All-NBA.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Warriors lead by... And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Curry with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. The team leaders, George and Leonard, are the wing. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. And it's Jackson in at the one. Here's Leonard driving the lane. Lays it up off the glass. Leonard's got 8.
Really, with that level of speed and power, it is so difficult to keep Leonard from scoring on the drive.
And, Brent, you look at the career of Klay Thompson. He's had improvements every step of the way.
Yeah, and he's still just an elite shooter that, because of what Steph does, because of Draymond's unselfishness, Klay is going to add 25 points in the blink of an eye. That, along with his defense, just make that backcourt something special.
Guarded by Green. And George kicks to Jackson. From outside, off the mark.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Pass to Wiseman. Over Jackson. Wiseman no good. Clippers trail by 6. Jackson drives in.
That's a smart play Jackson will keep going back to. He knows he'll make it to the rim, get fouled, or maybe more.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
2 shots.
First free throw is good.
And Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
MP's checked in for the Warriors. Warriors leading by 5. Pass to Thompson. Back to MP. Right block shot. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
The third quarter has not started well. Just 1 of 4.
Nobody near Leonard. Buries it from three-point range. Leonard's got 5 points now this quarter.
Kawhi Leonard has worked so hard on his shooting to become more consistent, specifically the three-point shot.
Here's Curry with the 3. Traps in the tray. And the Warriors lead by 5.
A lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
Pass to Jackson. At the elbow, it's George. Kicks it to Leonard. Over Wiggins. They get it back. A second chance effort. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Such a versatile offensive threat. Morris draws his fair share of fouls.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Kuminga comes in for Wiseman. And Poole subbed in for Wiggins. And then for the Clippers, Batum comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Norman Powell subbed in for Kawhi Leonard. And Poole gets him to go.
Always got to keep your eyes up. Make sure you see open teammates, and Klay did it that time.
Beginning of the third, 2 minutes.
Curry against Jackson. There's the pass to George. And he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in.
Well, that's Paul George's game. Most accurate when somebody's feeding him and he's got his feet set.
Curry passes to MP. 1:33 left in the third quarter. Kuminga, no good. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 4. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming. What's up?
Coming onto the floor for the Clippers. At the line for the Warriors, James Wiseman. One shot.
That free throw good from Wiseman. On offense, here are the Clippers. Sharing the wing spots, it's Thompson and Wiggins. MP out there with Wiseman. And it's Curry in at the point guard. That's the Warriors foul.
At the line for the Clippers. Clippers set. At the line for the Clippers, Marcus Morris Sr. At the line for one.
And a guy who's bounced around the league a little. Surprising, given that Morris is a solid shooter and a pretty good defender and rebounder.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They lead by 4. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Draymond Green.
He's really built up that assist total over the course of this game. And it's a great thing to have that kind of passing coming from a position other than the point. That ensures the ball will always be left out of the offense.
Everything that Curry does seems to be fast. He shoots it fast, makes quick decisions with the ball, great ball handling, with quick hands. Opponents at a loss with how to guard Steph Curry.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're in front by 5. 26 seconds left to play here in the fourth.